Hey everyone, Double P here and welcome. So in today's trading session, Tuesday, November 29th, 2022, I attacked the SPY, sent the trade out to my group. So let's kind of go over this. Here's my account right here, the real live account. So we come over here. Stock is in real time. MX, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, all real time feeds. Equity options, real time. Futures options, real time. Other Forex, all real time. So, what we did here is this was a very difficult trade. So, if you're one of my Platinum X Power Option Trader members, as you're watching this end of the day recap, if you got stopped out, I don't blame you for getting stopped out. It was a difficult trade to stay in, but there's a few things that you have to look at when you're looking at the marketplace. And once again, let's kind of go over this here. So this is the heat map here. Probably pretty much the top 25 brokerages or broker dealers have some sort of a heat map or index for you to look at, so you can see the marketplace is literally, it's up and down. Let me come over here to index watch so you see what's going on. S&P 500, so we're literally 50-50. So what is the S&P telling you? 263 to 233 advanced decline. So difficult trade. Nonetheless, we'll come back over here. So this is the countdown or the checklist I go through. So I'm showing you right here. I go through S&P 500. I go through the futures to see what's going on. I'll come down here. I'll come over to the NASDAQ 100. This is all I look at. This is the checklist. So at 80-20 declining, so that you see why I took the trade that I take. We come down over here. We come to the Russell 3000. So you see the Russell 3000 here. Difficult trades, kind of still 50-50. 1400 to 1100 advanced decline. And then we come down here to the S&P 500, the S&P 100. And that's it. That's the checklist, right? So you see here 60 to 40 decline to advance. So tough trade to get into, but super good trade if you had held your ground. So I took the trade here at 9:51, sent it out. So this is the hammer right here. Taking this trade right here, spinning top right here. Then you see where the trade went. This was the low right here. And then the the ETF decided to rip up. And I was just looking at this, and I sent out the 394 strike put for you guys. So yeah, the SPY kind of ripped right here. I was getting squeezed, but because of the advanced decline line, because of the way the stocks were going or in the marketplace, you see here how the 200 is just hugging and it's all red. I'm staying in the trade, and I stayed in the trade here. Right? You see all this is consolidation on the high, and then it hit the high right here, which is around, let's see, the high of the day was probably 10:30. Well, not the high of the day, but that was the high right there, 10:30. I just stayed in the trade. And you see here, this is just this is high level consolidation right here. But there's a lot of selling pressure. You can see it right down here on the MACD with the prices. This is momentum. This is the money flow oscillator. So this is a bearish divergence from the price action, and money's flowing out. So I just bit down. Not bit down, but I'm just staying in this trade because this is the volatility bands, like I've told you before. What happens when volatility starts to contract or compress, whatever word you want to use, and then it flattens out, you know what's going to happen when volatility does that. If you guys don't know, I don't use Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are garbage. Bollinger Bands are not self-adjusting. These are self-adjusting for your time frame. So if you're on a 1 minute candle, a 5 minute candle, or a 10 minute candle, or an hour candle, or daily, these ESD bands, they are actually automatically adjusting. They're algorithmic. All right. So this is the algorithm. All right. So I'm just looking at what's going on here. So you see the bands tighten up right here. So when a band compresses, contracts with volatility, you see how tight volatility is getting right here. It's just getting constrained. One of two things are going to happen. When these bands open up, one or two things are going to happen. Depending on how it opens up, it's either going to explode to the upside or it's going to explode to the downside, right? With these bands. And you see what happens here. The lower band of volatility opens up to the downside. This band crunches and opens, doesn't even open, it starts to close to the downside. You know when that happens there, that's what's going to happen. This is the descent right here. The 200 turns green, from green to red right here. You can clearly see it. And this is the actual start right here, because the bands just contracted so much and compressed so much that was sell side activity. And this is just consolidation right here. Price action is just jammed up. It's too compressed. This opens the trap door, and this is what you get right down here, right? So we keep moving, and then what does it do? It drops down, bangs the low, 393.30. And as we're still rocking right now we got low level consolidation right here off of the low, right? It doesn't really go up that much. What are the bands doing again? The bands are contracting or compressing. Look at the price action right here. Here's a 200, it's still red. Where's the 20? It's right locked into this channel, into this band. And if this opens up and that opens up, the upper band opens up to the upside, then this is going to go and this is going to work its way and start to fight back up. Support and resistance right here, the price action levels, support and resistance. This is the volume flow indicator, or volume flow profile, volume profile. You see the liquidity nodes. You see where a bunch of the action is, institutional trading. Here's some liquidity right here where it's light. This is the point of control. This is the top end of the volume profile. No action up there because that's all overhead. This is all overhead supply pushing down on this stock right here, or the ETF right there, right? So you see there. So that's how we trade, all right? And I'm looking at the ES right here. So once again, I look at the ES, look at the SPX, because those are the two products that feed the entire marketplace. And you can see right here exactly why this trade, if you would have held your position, had faith, held the position. I understand that you might have hit your stop loss, and that's fine, but you gotta, once you start to get a little bit more experience as a Platinum X option, power option member, you gotta understand how to do your setup. You gotta have your setup. You gotta know what's going on in the marketplace. You gotta know what to look for. I've spoken about this time and time again, what you need to look for. That was the low. Right? It hit the low for me. Yeah, it hit the low and it bounced and it ripped, right? To a high of $3. Right? So, that's what you need to do. So let's come over here. You see my trade, what I did today. So 86.42 profit for the day. You see 8 fills, right there, 8 orders, 8 fills. I took 200 contracts, as I always usually do. You see it right there, 200 contracts. So this was down like probably 40%. Now it's up 37%. Like, that's just the way the market is. You got to understand how the market moves. You see the bands right here? You see the band opening up now? See, the bands are opening up. Volatility now has to expand, right? I'm not saying it has to explode, but volatility has to expand. So let me open it up here for you so that you see it, all right? So let me come back over here so you have a better see. You see how the upper band opens up? When these bands open up, that's volatility that was compressed all the way down here. It's got to go, right? Either to the upside or to the downside. When these bands open up and you're looking at this 20 right here and the 200, the 20 is crossing under the 200, and you see the stock, you see the price action push up and the volatility band push up, you know it's going to be an up movement. It's just, you have to understand and know how to work the bands. So I'm giving you a clinic and teaching you how to work these bands. This is wide right here. This is a wide range. When this is a wide range and you're going to the downside, you've got to follow that range. You've got to follow that lower band. And here's the price action with the 20. And the 200 is pushing down on the stock or the ETF. The 200 is one of the granddaddy moving averages, and it's strong, right? The price action is under the 200. The 200 is red, and it's pushing down on the stock. You can clearly see it. And the 20 hugs that price action. And when it breaks, it doesn't really break. It just hugs it to the point where volatility is now compressing or contracting, right? Volatility compresses, it contracts. You know, it's going to be an explosion, right? And that goes to a narrow state. That's a wide state, and this is a narrow state. Then when those bands open up, you see it right there in that price action. Let me open this up here for you so that you see it. You see it right there on that green candle, right there. There's the reversal, right? Boom. Well, not a big boom, but a little boom, but enough that, you know, you want to work that trade, you're going to be positive. So that's it from Double P. That's the end of the day trading recap for you guys for the Platinum X Power option trader groups. You've got to understand, you got to know how to work volatility. You got to understand and know how to work the price action. You got to understand and know how to work the marketplace. If you get stopped out, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You are never out of the trade. And I tell you this time and time and time again, you are never out of the trade unless you want to be out of the trade, right? If you understand how to trade, you understand you've gone through the course. If you go through the course at least once, you are ahead of the game. More than 99% of the option traders and stock traders out there in the marketplace. 99%. You go through the course a second time, you're going to get so much more epiphany because you're going to have a rock solid foundation as far as what's going on, what you need to look for. And then once you go through the course a second time, you're going to have built out your own system. You're going to have a trading system that the next thing that you need to do is you literally need to go and test your trading system. I've built out probably about 6 or 7 different trading systems for you. I've went over ones that I use. Do I use them all the time? I'm always evolving my trading system because like the market is always evolving, you have to evolve as an option trader. If you think that you're going to sit stagnant and the same thing is going to work over and over and over again, you're going to be lost. You need to be able to evolve with the marketplace. We are in a full-blown bear market right now. We're going to be in a bear market for a very long time. If you do not understand how to trade a bear market, you do not understand how to capitalize in a bear market, man, when a bull market comes back, sure, it's going to be easy because everything's going to be going up. But if you can't trade in a bear market, you don't understand how to do a bear market, when you have those pullbacks in a bull market, you're going to get wiped out. because all you're thinking is the market's going to go vertical and it's going to go, all you're thinking is the market's going to go vertical and it's going to go straight up every day. That's not the case. That's not what's going to happen. You're going to have pullbacks like this, right? You're going to have pullbacks that go like this, and then they're going to rip. You're going to have dead cat bounces that rip, and then you're going to get caught. You're going to get squeezed because you're panicking. You don't want to be doing that, right? You want to be getting a foundation where if you can trade in a bear market, you can trade in any market, up, down. Man, market goes up, you don't care. Market goes down, you don't care. Market trades sideways, you don't care, right? That's the name of the game, right? So that being said, my name's Double P, over and out. Enjoy this end of the day trading session. I'll see you in the next trading session. Take care, everybody.